Good morning, sir. My name is Karthick Raghul, and I have chosen the topic unemployment for the digital assignment 3 for the course Indian Social Programs. So, as you can see, unemployment has been a major issue and major concern in this present scenario. One of the main cause for unemployment is we can say it is overpopulation, and also we can say uh, many AI-driven programs, AI-driven robots have replacing humans in many workplaces. So, as we can see, what is unemployment? Okay. Define the term. So, unemployment is a term referring to individuals who are employable and actively seeking for a job but are unable to find a job. So, included in this group are those people in the workforce who are working but do not find an appropriate job for their skills. So, according to OECD, it is the people above a specified age who are not being in paid employment or self-employment, but currently available for work during the reference period. So, this is measured by the unemployment rate, which is the number of people who are unemployed as a percentage of the labor force. These can have many sources and many reasons, which includes technologies and inventions, which is found by many humans as well, and the status of economy, which can be influenced by recession, policies of government, and also competition caused by the globalization and the population growth and international trades. So, interesting fact is that the people who have not looked for a job in the past 4 weeks but have been actively seeking one in the last 12 months are put into the category called marginally attached to the labor force. So within this category is another category called discouraged workers, which refers to the people who have given up looking for a job. So unemployment, there are 4 types of unemployment, namely demand deficient, frictional, structural, and voluntary. So what is demand deficient unemployment? It is the biggest cause of unemployment that typically happen during the recession period. So for example, we can say that when companies experience a reduction in the demand for their product or service, they respond by cutting back on production and uh, firing employees, or like responding by making it necessary to reduce the workforce within the organization. And in this effect, the workers are laid off. Next is the frictional unemployment. This refers to those workers who are in between jobs. An example of this is that a worker who has recently quit or fired from ongoing job, it is looking for another job in an economy that is not experiencing a recession. So it is not an unhealthy thing because it is usually caused by workers trying to find a job that is most suitable to their skills. Next is the sexual unemployment. This happens when the skill set of a worker does not match the skills demanded by the jobs available, or alternatively when workers are available but are unable to reach the geographical location of the jobs. So an example of this is the teaching jobs that require relocation to many other countries, relocation to many places within the country, but the worker cannot secure a work visa due to certain visa restrictions. It can also happen when there is a technological change in the organization, such as workflow automation that displaces the need for human labor. Next is the voluntary unemployment. This happens when a worker decides to leave the job, but because it is no longer financially compelling and it is no longer like financially supporting his or her family. This example is that a worker whose take home pay is less than his or her cost of living. So unemployment has many causes and many effects. This is caused by various reasons that come from both demand side or employer and supply side or the worker. Demand side reductions may be caused by high interest rates, global recession, and financial crisis. From the supply side, frictional unemployment and structural employment play a great role. The impact of unemployment can be felt by both workers and the national economy and cause a ripple effect or cause a big effect, let's say. Unemployment causes workers to suffer financially hardship that impacts families, relationships, and communities. When this happens, consumer spending which is one of the economic's key driven drivers of growth, goes down, leading to a recession or even a depression when left unaddressed. So this results in the reduced demand, consumption, and buying power of reduced demand for the goods or the consumption of many resources, which in turn causes low profit for businesses, leading to budget cuts and workforce reduction, which in turn results in unemployment. So long-term versus short-term unemployment. Unemployment that lasts longer than 27 weeks, even if the individual has sought employment in the last 4 weeks, is called long-term unemployment. Its effects are far worse than short-term unemployment for many obvious reasons. And following are the noted points. Some 56% of the long-term unemployed reported a significant decrease in their net worth. Financial problems are not only the effects of long-term unemployment, as 46% of those in such state reported experiencing strained family relationships. The figure is relatively higher than the 39% who were unemployed for as long. So another 43% of the long-term unemployed reported a significant effect on their ability to achieve their career goals. Sadly, the long-term unemployment led to the 38% of these individuals losing their self-respect and 24% seeking professional help, and many having mental breakdown as well. So what are the strategies to reduce unemployment? These are the 6 proven strategies to reduce unemployment. Use of labor-intensive technology and not just AI-driven technology, accelerating investment in agriculture, diversification of agriculture, labor-intensive industrial growth, services and employment growth, education, health, and employment generation. So when we look at the issues with the unemployment, it is a serious social and economic issue that results in a tremendous impact on everything, which must be overlooked. A stronger system of assessing unemployment should be put in place in order to determine its causes and how to address it better. It creates negative effects to unemployed as they are jobless and suffer from worse prospects to find new job, and those who are unemployed feel less secure to keep their jobs in future. It creates a burden on the nation and also on their family, on the government, because this leads to the less production and consumption of goods and services, and it affects the GDP of the country annually. So lack of job opportunities, slow economic growth, and increase in population are the major reasons for unemployment. Thank you, sir. That's it.